In this video we'll start a new chapter today, that is the time series analysis. So what will I do here is I will straight away move on to some practical examples of some numericals from time series analysis that will help you understand the concept and the solution of whatever problems you may get in exams easily. So the time series analysis problem. There are various methods to solve a time series analysis problem, uh, but the most important methods that we are going to discuss and that we might find in our exam is the moving average method and the trend setting method. So first, in this video we'll only discuss the moving average method. So now we'll try solving a few sums using the moving average method. One thing you need to keep in mind is that we have to use different methods for the moving average method if in case the time period that we are given is odd, and if the time period that we are given is even. So let us go through the sum of what I am trying to say, and I hope you'll understand. First, let us deal with a problem that asks us to calculate the moving average of a data in regards to odd period of years or odd number of years. Now let us see. So first we are going through the first case, that is when the period is odd. Now when do we say the period is odd? We say that the period is odd when the given time period for which we are asked to calculate the moving average is an odd number, or is an odd number of year. So let us see. Calculate, this is the question here. Calculate 3 and 5 years moving average of the following data. So here we see 3 years is an odd number and 5 years is also an odd number. So when you are set to calculate the moving average, 3 years moving average, 5 years moving average, 7 years moving average, 9 years moving average, and so on, you will always follow this method which applies for odd period. You will basically be asked to find the moving average for either 3 years or 5 years when it comes to odd number of years, and maximum it could be 7 years. So you can use the same method to find the moving average for odd number of period. So here the years are given. Here this is the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, ninth, 10th, 11th and 12th year, and the sales each year is given. Here it is 5.2, 4.9, 5.5, 4.9, 5.2, 5.7, 5.4, 5.8, 5.9, 6.0, 5.2 and 4.8. Now first what we do, we'll as always put these two units in a column form. So here we write here and we put it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and sales we copy it down as it is given here below. 5.2, 4.9, 5.5, 4.9, 5.2, 5.7, 5.4, 5.8, 5.9, 6.0, 5.2 and 4.8 as given here. So we are asked to find the 3 years moving average and 5 years moving average. Both are odd periods, so we can apply the same method to find it. So let us first see how we find a 3 years moving average. Forget about 5, we will first find the 3 years moving average. So here we will make another column, that is the 3 year moving total, and let us name it as 3T. You can name anything you want, x, y, z, anything, I'm just naming it 3T. So it is the 3-year moving total. So how do we find it? We start from here. We, since it is 3-year moving total, we uh, add up the first three values first, that is 5.2, 4.9 and 5.5. We added these 3 years, we'll write it in the middle here. So the middle of these three is this, so we'll write the total of these three numbers here. So 5.2, 4.9 and 5.5 is 15.6. We write it here in the middle of these three. Since there is no number above it, so we cannot have an addition of three numbers here. This will remain blank. So when we add the three numbers, we start from here. So the middle of these three numbers is this line. So we start writing our total from this line. This remains blank. Now again, after we have written this, we now move on to find the total of these three, 4.9, 5.5 and 4.9 again, and write it in the middle of these three. The middle of these three is this position. So 4.9 plus 5.5 plus 4.9 is 15.3. We write it here. Now we'll add this, this and this, and since the middle of these three is this, we write it here. So 5.5, 4.9, 5.2, the total is 15.6. We write it here. Now again we will add this, this and this, and we will write the total here 15.8, and similarly we will go on adding it up, and the final one will be 6.0, 5 plus 5.2 plus 4.8. The total will be 16. We will write it here. So we will add the three consecutive number one after another and keep writing here. And after that, what we do? We divide these numbers by 3. Since this is 3-year moving total, we'll to find the 3-year moving average, we'll just divide it by 3. So 15.6 divided by 3 is 5.2. 15.3 divided by 3 is 5.1. 15.6 divided by 3 is 5.2, and so on and so forth. We get these numbers. Now let us try to find the 5 years moving average. For that, first we will find the 5-year moving total. Let us name it as 5T. Now since for 3-year moving total we added 3 consecutive numbers, for 5-year moving total what we do? We will add 5 consecutive numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will add 5 consecutive numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to here we will add. And what is the middlemost place position here? The middlemost position of these 5 values is this. So we will write the total corresponding to this. So 5.2, 4.9, 5.5, 4.9 plus 5.2 will be 25.7. We write it in the middle here. Since this is the first sum of 5 consecutive numbers, so we will have 2 blank positions above it, because we cannot have this is the first middlemost value of the sum of 5 consecutive numbers, or the middlemost value of the sum of first 5 consecutive numbers. So we cannot have anything above it. So we keep it as blank, and since this is the middlemost position, the sum of first 5 numbers will be written straight beside it here as 25.7. Now we'll skip this and we'll start adding 5 numbers from here, 5 consecutive numbers from here. 4.9 plus 5.5 plus 4.9 plus 5.2 plus 5.7. Here we add 5 consecutive numbers here. The sum is 26.7. So the middlemost middle position of these 5 numbers is this. So we'll write it just straight to this. So 26.2 we write it here. Now we'll again skip 4.9 and we'll start from here, adding the numbers from here. 5.5 plus 4.9 plus 5.2 plus 5.7 plus 5.4. The total will be 26.7, and the middlemost position here is this of the 5 numbers. Starting from here, the 5 numbers come up to here, the middlemost position is this of the 5 numbers. So we write 26.7 here, and we go on skipping one number and adding one more number below, and we go on writing the sum of the 5 consecutive numbers the same way we did here, and we continue writing till we reach the final 5 numbers. The sum of final 5 numbers will be 5.8 plus 5.9 plus 6.0 plus 5.2 plus 4.8. It will be 27.7, and since the middlemost position is this, we'll write it here. So since there are no number below this, we cannot have any further sum below this, so we keep this to position vacant again as we left it above. So for 3-year moving total and 3-year moving average, we skipped one. We had to skip one position above, one position below. For 5 years, we had to skip 2 positions above, 2 positions below. And if we are asked to find the 7-year moving total, what we'll have to do, we'll be skipping 3 positions above and 3 positions below. And if we are asked to find the 7-year moving total, first we'll start by adding the first 7 numbers here: 5.2 plus 4.9 plus 5.5 plus 4.9 plus 5.2 plus 5.7 plus 5.4. We take the total of this, and since the middlemost value of these numbers will be middlemost position of these 5 values will be here, we write the total in a straight position from here. So since we are not finding the 7 years moving total, we will not discuss it. Now we found the 5-year moving total. Now how will we find the 5-year moving average? We divide this value by 5. Since it is a sum of 5 numbers, we divide it by 5, we get the average. So 5-year moving average, so 25.7 divided by 5 is 5.14, 26.2 divided by 5 is 5.24, 26.7 divided by 5 is 5.24, and so on and so forth. You will go on getting the average if you go on dividing these numbers by 5. Very easy. If you try it yourself, you will understand. So this is how we find the moving average when we are to calculate the moving average for odd period of time. Now for case 2, that is the second case, we will try to find the moving average when the period is even. So calculate the trend values by the method of moving average, assuming a 4-yearly cycle from the following data relating to output as follows. So here year and output is given. Year is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and output is 20, 21, 23, 22, 25, 24, 27, 26, 28 and 30. We are asked to find 4-yearly cycle. We are asked to find the moving average assuming a 4-yearly cycle. So our period is 4 years and we are asked to find the moving average. So let us see how it is done. Now since 4 years is an even period of time, we will use a slightly modified process to find the moving average. So first we'll copy down the year here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll also copy down the output here, in lakh tons, that is lakh tons here as well. 20, 21, 23, 22, 25, 24, 26, 28, 30 as it is given here. So now what we do, as we had done in the case of 3 odd period of time, we will first add the values for the number of periods given. So since here we are asked for 4 years, we'll add the we'll go on adding the values for 4 consecutive years. So first we'll find 4-year moving total. So we'll add the first 4 consecutive the value for first 4 consecutive years, that is 20, 21, 23 and 22. So the value will be 86. The 20 plus 21 20 plus 23 plus 22 will be 86. But what you need to keep in mind is that since the middlemost position of this lies somewhere between 2 and 3, the middlemost position between of 1, 2, 3 and 4 lies exactly between 2 and 3. So we will have to write the total right in middle of these two rows here. So we will write it exactly in the middle here, that is 86. Now we will forget this and we will start adding from here. 21 plus 23 plus 22 plus 25, the total is 91. So again the middlemost position of these 4 values will be exactly in between 3 and 4. So we will write it in between here, that is 91 here. Again we will exclude this and start adding from here. 23 plus 22 plus 25 plus 24, the total will be 94, and the middle and its position will be here between 22 and 25, that is 94. And likewise we go on adding, we get 98, 102, 105, 111. All these values are in between these years, so it is, these values are not exactly corresponding to any year. Okay, so we now find the 4-year moving total. We have named it as T. So 4-year moving total we will name as T by 4. We just divide it by 4, 86 and we will maintain the position as it is in middle year. 86 divided by 4 is 21.5. Again 91 divided by 4 is 22.7. We will maintain the position in the middle year. That's why I put an arrow, because it for it to be easy to understand. Again 94 divided by 4 is 23.5. We will maintain the arrow here. 98 divided by 4 is 24.5. 102 divided by 4 is 25.5. 105 divided by 4 is 26.5, and 111 divided by 4 is 2. Since it is a sum of the values for 4 years, we will simply divide it by 4. We get the moving average, 4-year moving average. So 86 divided by 4 is 21.5. Remember carefully that we will maintain this position in between these two values. So 21.5 in between here. Again we that's why I am showing it with an arrow, and I am keeping it in the middle here. 91 divided by 4 will be 22.75. We will maintain the position between these two numbers. Again 94 divided by 4 will be 23.5. It will again be in the middle. 98 divided by 4 will be 24.5. Again maintain the same position. For this also I will maintain the same position. This also maintain the same position. This also maintain the same position. Everything is divided by 4. Now one thing you need to keep in mind is that you cannot just leave it like this. You will have to modify it or rectify it so that these values come in the middle as before and are corresponding to one of these years, so that these values are corresponding to some year. So as it is for this column, you see these values are all in between these years. This is between 2 and 3, this is between 3 and 4, and likewise we have to middle it up again by doing some extra work. So what will we do? Now we will take two item moving total, we name it as T2. Now what we do, if we take the total of these two and write it in the middle of these two, the middle of these two will be somewhere here and it will be corresponding to this. So it will again come down to the middle. So what we do, we take the total of these two numbers and then 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 finally these two numbers, and the values automatically get middled. So the total of 21.5 plus 22.75 is 44.75. We write it here in the middle of these two, it comes here. The sum of 22.75 and 23.5 is 46.25. We write it in the middle of these two, it comes here. Similarly 23.5 plus 24.5 is 48. We write it in the middle here. Similarly 24.5 plus 25.5 is 50. We write it here in the middle of these two, and likewise 51.75 in the middle of these two, and finally the sum of these two, 26.25 plus 27.25 in the middle of these two, we write here as 54. And finally the 4-year centered moving average, we say. Here what we have done, we have centered the values again. So the 4 years centered moving average, what we do is we divide, since we have again taken a total of two numbers each year, we divide it by 2, we get the average again. So 44.25 divided by 2 is 22.125, 46.25 divided by 2 is 23.125, 48 divided by 2 is 24, 50 divided by 2 is 25, 51.75 divided by 2 is 25.875, and 54 divided by 2 is 27. So what is the difference between here? What difference did we find here? That when we are finding the moving total and moving average for an even number of year, what happens? The values, the moving total and moving average, they fall in middle of the given years. They are not centered to any given year. So what we have to do in the second step, we have to center it down so that it is centered to the to the years that are given, and they are centered that way, and they do not fall in between 2 years as we had in this case. In the final result, if you see, this 22.125 falls for this year. For year 3 it is centered here. For this falls for this value 23.125 falls to this year 4. This value 24 corresponds to the year 5, and so on, and it doesn't fall in the middle of 2 years. So you can do it in a rather easier way. So instead of taking the average of the 4-year moving total, what you do, we straight away take the total again. After taking 4-year total, we again take 2 item moving total and straight away divide it by 8, we get the same answer. So the same problem, let us copy it again. Here I have copied here as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Output I have copied as 20 21 23 22 25 24 27 26 28 30, same as given here. So 4-year moving total, again we'll add the 4 numbers here, we'll write it in the middle. The middle will be between 2 and 3, so we'll write it in the middle. 20 plus 21 plus 23 plus 22, the sum will be 86, and the middle will be between 2 and 3. We'll write it between 2 and 3, 86. Again 21 plus 23 plus 22 plus 25 will be 91, and the middle will be between 3 and 4. So we'll write 91 between 3 and 4. Again 23 plus 22 plus 25 plus 24 will be 94, and the middle will be between 4 and 5. So we'll write 94 here, and so on. Now instead of finding the 4-year moving average and taking 2 item total again, what we do, we straight away take the total of these. So 2 item moving total, we write it as T2. So we'll add up this and this. 86 plus 91, the total is 177, and the middle of this two is this, so we write it here 177. Again 91 plus 94 is 185, the middle of 91 plus 94 is 91, and 94 is this, so we'll write it here. The total of 94 plus and 98 is 192, the middle of these two is this, so we write it here. So the total again for 98 and 102 is 200, the middle of these two is this, so we write it here. 102 plus 105 is 207, and 105 plus 111 is 216, we write it here. Now if you see, these total are now centered to these years, they are no longer in between two years, they are now centered. So now what we can do, we can find the 4-year centered moving average. So what we do, we have first taken a total of 4 year and again taken a total of 2 year. So what we do, we straight away divide the total by 8, we get the average. So 177 divided by 8 is 22.175. Again 185 divided by 8 is 23.125. Again 192 divided by 8 is 24, 200 divided by 8 is 25, 207 divided by 5 is 25.875, and 216 divided by 8 is 27. You will get the exact same value you had got here. So for your easy convenience, you can use this method to find the moving average of given set of data if the given period is even. So taking the same following the same process, I want you to solve this question. Compute 5 years moving average from the following. Year is given 1924, 1925, 1926, 1927, 1928, 1929, 1930, 1931 and 1932, and annual sales is given 6.4, 4.3, 4.3, 3.4, 4.4, 5.4, 3.4, 2.4 and 1.4. So please do it yourself, and in case of any difficulty, please feel free to contact me.